by Nikki. I'm here today to kick off this new project. This will be the third of my kind of design team for Tracy Fox package that I've been working through. She put out so many kits right away that I was so excited about and had to get to them. So I had my boho journals, and then I had my Egyptian journals, and now I'm here for the final in this series. And I don't know really exactly what to call it, so we'll just say it's like a kind of a whimsical, eclectic journal. I have got a ton. If you saw on my Instagram, if you follow me there, about a week and a half ago, I had a stack of papers like literally this thick, and I said I'll be fussy cutting for a long time, and now I have the results of all that fussy cutting sitting here on my desk, surrounded by I am surrounded by all the kits and pieces that I'm going to use. So today I'm just going to kind of quickly walk you through all the kits that I'm using, in case you want to play along. But you could do this with, any kind of stuff. This would be a good stash buster. I'm using a lot of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to show you, and I'll be listed in the description box below as well. But these are the kits from Tracy that I am using. I'm using her Sometimes kit, Peculiar Peeps, Mini Ephemera Mix, Textured Tags, more rather random mix labels, and large entomology labels. In addition to this, I'm using this kit that she recently did with Jessica Rapp at Two Silver Oranges on Etsy and her channel. So it's a bunch of ephemera pages, just a total eclectic mix of ephemera pages, mushrooms and some florals, and lots of vintage cards, postcards, writing, advertisements, some maps, book covers, kids stuff. Then there's, vegetables. So it's a totally just kind of random pages. And in addition to this, I printed mine smaller though, for some reason. I don't know. I was just thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted them this size, I guess. So I'd love to say there was a good reason, but it was just where I was at that day. And if you watch this channel for, some great consistent ideas of why I do things sometimes, then you probably shouldn't be watching, because sometimes I just do this because I thought, I'll try that. So in addition to those pages, you get a ton of ephemera pieces. So you get pages with a bunch of, there's pictures, there's receipts, there's some label-y type things, tickets. I mean, just look at a random mix of stuff. So you get all this jazz. In addition, half the kit is at Tracy Fox's shop. Half of the kit is at Jessica Rapp's shop. I will have all that listed below. Also, whoops, these two ladies fell out there. I also have all of this stuff cut up. There's the random labels, then bugs and some watches, or those aren't watches, those are clocks, and some little people, butterflies, random stuff. So a lot of this comes from some of the tag kits. It comes from the Sometimes kit. It comes from various different things. So I kind of put all my smaller pieces in this tray so I could take them and move them around as needed. Then I also have, let's just take a moment to appreciate all the fussy cutting that has been done in my home in recent days. Some of the machine did some of it, and I did a lot of it, because a lot of it just the machine doesn't like sometimes to scan. So these are her brand new kit. It's only been out a couple days, but these are called large entomology labels. I love them. I think they'll be cool in a variety of different ways. Then I have this stack here is from Mini Mix Ephemera. So you get these, there's tiny little pockets, and I thought those would be kind of fun, a bunch of these on one page, because I'm going to work in a larger scale, not quite this large, but so that's that cut out. Then in this stack, this is her newest textured tags. This is a pretty new kit as well. So I've got those. I love the colors on these. So you get You get plain bases in a couple different colors, and you get a bunch of elements you can cut out and put together, and then you get some that she's already stacked for you. And these, I believe, are from Peculiar Peeps. These are the layering tags for that, like, you know, layering tags for that kit. So we've got some blank tags. Then I've got from the Sometimes kit, this was a labor of love, these guys. I watched some Gilmore Girls while I cut intricate little bits and cut out this part too here, right? So anyway, I've got the Sometimes kit cut out. So again, you get some blank ones, and then you get some elements that you can stack with those, and then you get ones that she's already layered up for you as well. And they are adorable. Then the kit that kind of spurred this whole thing to start was this Peculiar Peeps kit. And it's got these, it's like the animals, you know, this is a cat with a Queen Elizabeth neck piece, a baseball in her hand. She's sitting on a mushroom and she's got wings. I don't know about you, but I love this kit. This is, you know, this is a bulldog wearing a dress with wings and her ginormous, like, pigeony bird thing. Here we go. We've got more dogs wearing dresses. Oh, that one's got a collar as well. Here's a dapper looking dog ready to play tennis with his top hat on. So, okay, you get the point. These are adorable. Here's a little lamb that's gonna go rake in their dress and top hat with wings. So in this kit, you get a bunch of fussy cutting, actual little Peculiar Peeps. Then you get some tags that she's already layered up for you. And then you get the blank ones over there, so you can layer those with these. Or there's also a sheet of elements that ended up in my fussy cut tray over there. Also with me, I have, let's see, I'm gonna run out of places to stack all this. These are Tim Holtz, a more recent product. I think it's a this year release, or last year, early last year, I don't know. But they're called backdrops, and they're 6 by 10 inches. And I have 2 sets of them. I think there are only 2 sets of them, I'm not sure. But I've only ever seen 2 sets. And I thought they were just gonna be cool looking fronts, but they're actually double-sided, so the backs are printed as well. And I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with them, but now I kind of have an idea. So I've gotten both sets of those. Then I have, in one of my more recent videos, I worked through some stuff from the Foxy rag. So some little, we sprayed and zhuzhed up and did some embossing on some of the elements, the free elements that you get included in the Foxy rag. And we made these cool clipped flip out notebook tags and stuff. So I thought these would be perfect for this journal. So I brought these along to use. And then I have this giant stack of random papers. Now, some of these things are things like, these are just weird prints when I was trying to figure out what size to print the, this is what size the, I think it's called Eclectica, but the Jessica Rapp Tracy kit, this is like what they would normally print out as. And so I've got a few of those. I've got one that I printed way too small for my own liking. This is from the Foxy rag. I've got some wallpaper samples that were sent to me a while ago by my lovely friend Emily. Thank you, Emily. So I've got wallpaper, some offcuts of random stuff. This I was using for jelly printing. It's like a burlap. It's just a sheet of burlap, a 12 by 12. Got some braille paper also from Emily. I've got a random bags, some that I've made, some that I didn't, some random envelopes. Excuse me. More random envelopes. This is just scraps of paper and stuff, right? Sometimes when I do a cleanup of my desk, I'll realize that I've got little stuff like this just kind of sitting around. So I just put it all in a pile that I think it's like, I'll take care of it tomorrow. I'll take care of it later pile. Well, we're gonna just throw as much of it into this journal as possible. These belong down here. This is just random paper. Your first and last name. This was some score paper, kids lined practice paper, writing paper, but this actually has like, it's embossed so that you know to stay inside the lines. Some ledger, a couple of spray sheets that I made a long time ago, and they were just sitting there. Just so you can see, this is what I'm showing you. If you have random pieces of paper, this will be our perfect journal for doing this. I've got a few pieces of this, the old lined paper, or not lined, oh my gosh, printer paper, but what is it called? Dot matrix, right? Is that right? Some business paper stuff, graph paper. These are a bunch of vintage envelopes and a random cardinal page. These, I believe, also maybe came from Emily. These are some first day envelopes. Those will go in there. Some of these pages, I think, came from my friend Terry. Hi, T, if you are watching. She sent me a big happy mail. It was the first one I ever got, you guys. I don't get much, and I treasure everything you guys have sent me. So I haven't been using that, so I'm gonna stick some of it in here though. Some poetry pages. This I got in Happy Mail. And these are from my mom. These are some calligraphy practice papers. I've got some chunks of map. I'm gonna put a Minnesota map in there, just, you know, so we can have a little homage to my home state. Where do I live on here? I live way up here. There's Northome. It's actually on here. Most of them are not on here. And there's Canada. Hi to my Canadian people. These came in Happy Mail to me a long time ago. I love this one, and I've been hoarding it, but you know what? He needs to go into something fun like this journal. So yes, we have no bananas is going in, and you belong to me. And then I've got my huge stack of original jelly prints. If you are interested in using some jelly prints, because here's where like the whimsical, colorful, fun part of this is going to come in, because the peculiar peeps and the layered textured tags, they're a little bit brighter, and some of the elements that go along with them are kind of bright, and so I want to use a lot of my original jelly print stuff too. So we'll start using some of that up in here as well. Okay, so all that said, let me stack all this back up over here. So go ahead, if you want to play along with me here for this project, go ahead and dig through your scrap bins or your random paper pages, pull stuff. I'll keep pulling stuff out. I've got books that I might go pull some pages out of. I've got some piano paper that I've been working on, like rolling it and re-rolling it the other direction so it will be flat, because this stuff is notorious for wanting to just do this and roll back up. So I keep rolling it and then unroll it, and then I roll it the other direction and unroll it, and it's finally doing pretty good. And then when I was cutting all of my pages of the Jessica Rapp and Tracy kit, I ended up with all these cuts off the sides, which, you know, there's probably 100 of them here, various lengths and sizes. So these, to me, it screamed like 100 paper hinges. And so that kind of, I've been trying to think in my head how I want to approach this project. So I think this is what we're gonna do. It's not going to be standard signatures. It's not going to be what I normally would do, because I really want to push myself outside of the box and try different ways of binding things and try different ways of, you know, putting elements together. And I want to try and make some really interactive type of things in here. I want a lot of texture. And this will probably, I mean, this right here is enough fodder for, you know, 3 or 4 journals. So who knows how many we will will end up making or what form they will all take. But I am stoked. I actually am really excited for the complete kind of unknown, not really have a strong plan. I do know that I will be sewing a lot. I've got my sewing machine over here loaded up with black thread, so I will be using black thread through this whole thing. I did pull out my black soot. We'll be using black soot because I just want it to be kind of like a contrast of that black thread and the black soot inking around things, and then you know, the pops of bright color and stuff. So anyway, all that said, guys, this is the start. This is the start. This is day one. This is the supply list, I guess you could say. But like I said, if you want to play along and if you want to go through this project with me, by all means, go grab a whole bunch of randomness, because that's what I've got here, a bunch of randomness. And if not, you can always just turn this on and, you know, craft along with whatever you're working on. So I just keep saying and rambling. So I'm going to stop this here and say that tomorrow or in a day or two here, I will be back with like the start of this and trying to maybe have to figure out now if I'm going to put signatures together or if I'm just going to kind of build as I go, which is kind of what I think I'm going to do. So anyway, I'll catch you in a day or two here and we'll start working through this. So until I see you then, have fun collecting stuff. If you want to play along, look below in the description box for all of the kits. If you don't have a jelly printer or don't want to make jelly prints or whatever, but you do want some of these fun papers, I do have a bunch of kits of my jelly prints in my shop, so you can print them off and still have these bright papers elements to play with in your journal as we go. And until I see you next time, have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening or middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this wonderful globe of ours that you live on. And until I see you then, take care, guys, and God bless you. Bye-bye.